Right now, Sagittarius A star, the black hole sitting at the exact center of our galaxy, is still pulling in everything that drifts too close. Gas, dust, entire stars torn apart and swallowed whole. And physicists at Caltech and Harvard have no way to stop it. No way to slow it down, no way to even see past its edge. But new data just forced them to admit something about what's inside it, and what they found is the part they're afraid to say out loud. Sagittarius A star is 4 million times the mass of our Sun, compressed into a point smaller than Mercury's orbit. It sits 26,000 light-years away at the dead center of the Milky Way. Every star in our galaxy, including our Sun, orbits it, slowly, silently. For decades, scientists photographed stars whipping around this object at insane speeds and used that motion to prove it was there. In 2022, the Event Horizon Telescope finally captured its shadow. A ring of light bent around darkness. That image was supposed to close the book. Instead, it opened a much stranger one, because textbooks say what's inside a black hole is simple. A singularity, a single point of infinite density where all the laws of physics just stop working, case closed. But when researchers modeled the interior of Sagittarius A star using new quantum gravity equations, the singularity vanished from the math. In its place, something else appeared. A core of unimaginable density, yes, but not infinite. Not a point, something structured. Something that behaves less like a hole in space and more like an object. Compressed matter that doesn't destroy information, it just hides it. And nobody expected that. The obvious explanation was supposed to save the old model. Maybe it's a measurement error. Maybe the equations broke down at extreme scales the way they always have before. That's what Einstein's general relativity predicted for over a century, and it's what every physics class still teaches. But run the numbers with quantum corrections included, and the singularity keeps refusing to appear. Caltech researchers ran the simulations again. Same result. Harvard theorists tried a different framework entirely. Same result. The infinite point at the center, the thing every equation depended on, simply isn't required anymore. And nobody in the room could explain why the math had stayed broken for 100 years without anyone noticing. Here's the strange part. It shouldn't be possible at all. If there's no true singularity, then everything that falls into Sagittarius A star isn't destroyed. It's compressed. Preserved, frozen in some form we don't have a name for yet. Some physicists are calling it a Planck star, an object so dense that quantum pressure finally pushes back against gravity's collapse, halting it just short of infinity. Picture a star being crushed down, and then at the very last possible instant something stops it. Not gravity winning, not physics failing. A stalemate at the edge of existence itself. And this is the part they're not saying loudly enough. If Sagittarius A star isn't a hole in the fabric of space but a suspended object holding compressed information, then somewhere inside our own galactic center, the ghosts of everything it has ever swallowed might still technically exist. Every star, every cloud of gas, every scrap of matter pressed into a form we cannot detect, cannot decode, cannot reach. Waiting, not destroyed, not gone. Just locked away 26,000 light-years from where you're sitting right now. Think about what that actually means. For 100 years, we told ourselves black holes were the ultimate full stop, the place where matter, time, and information simply ceased. That belief shaped how we understood the universe's ending, the fate of stars, even the fate of information itself. If that full stop was never real, then the rulebook for the entire cosmos needs to be rewritten. Not adjusted, rewritten. Every equation that assumed a singularity, from the earliest black hole models to the ones used to plan the Event Horizon Telescope observations, was built on a foundation that new data now says never existed. And it's not just abstract theory. If information really is preserved instead of destroyed, it changes what happens to anything or anyone that ever gets close enough to cross that boundary. It changes what the edge of a black hole even means. Caltech won't confirm what's actually stored at that center. Harvard won't say whether it's retrievable. Nobody has an instrument that can look inside and check. So Sagittarius A star sits there right now, 26,000 light-years away, holding something we thought was impossible to hold. Compressed, waiting, unexplained. If the center of our own galaxy isn't destroying what it swallows, what exactly is it becoming? Tell me what you think is really down there.